What's up, guys? It's Tony Dempsey here. Today, I'm gonna go over quite a few things. I'm gonna knock it off in one video. But actually, I'm gonna pick up the phone. You guys know I do all my video off my cell phone. But today, I'm gonna go over strikers, conditioning surfaces, and how I glue up my pots. I'm not actually gonna do a pot. I'm just gonna show you what I use and how I do it. You're just gonna have to use your imagination. But when I get done making a turkey call, for some reason, for probably the last 2 years now, a Bloodwood 2-piece striker. I have material to make 1 piece. I haven't settled down on any one design, and I'm going to show you real fast. These are 2 strikers I've made. This is Frogwood. This is actually Purple Heart. As you can see, they are totally two different lengths. You can see that. 2 different lengths. I have not designed on a striker head top. I don't know, it's something I haven't decided. I mean, everything kind of looks cool to me, so. And what really means the most is when you put it on a call, it actually works. But Bloodwood has been my go-to striker. I love it, absolutely love it. It runs on like everything. That's gray slate in a white oak pot. I have a video of actually these 2 calls. This is glass over glass. This is gray slate over glass. I have a video made that I need to post up, but this thing it runs on everything. Ceramic, aluminum. Aluminum's a really high pitch, so I might tone it down with like a Purple Heart or hickory striker. But when I get done building a call, I build a striker to that call, whatever it may be. It could end up being a Purple Heart, IPE, Ipe, whatever the heck you want to call it, hickory, diamond wood. This is the D2 stuff. It's not Rutherland. They don't make that stuff no more, so don't even try to get it from anybody, because I don't think anybody will sell it to you. But the D2 is still out there. You just have to search for it, find out where you can get it. But I also pre-made strikers. As you can see, I have them all weighed out too. Well, that one don't have one on there, but for me, I'm a bow hunter too, compound. I build my own arrows. And if you know anything about bow hunting, which I'm sure some of you guys do, the grains have to be pretty close. I try to keep my arrows within 5 grains, 10 grains of each other, so they don't fly erratically different. But I weigh my strikers, and my goal weight has been 22 grams. I like it. Now you can buy these striker tops. They're called slim lines, and you can buy regular ones. Brookside Game Calls is where you can get those 2. I take this a step further. This is a slim line when you get it straight from Brookside. I actually chuck it up on my lathe. As you can see, the little hole in the back, and I turn it down because they're actually heavier. If you put a dowel in there and put it on your scale, it's actually heavier than 22 grains. I think it comes up to like 25-ish. When you put a big head on here, you're at 29, 30 grains. That one right there, 27. And that's with that Ipe striker. So the denser woods are going to be a little bit more heavier. The lighter woods like hickory, a little bit lighter than an Ipe. It's going to make it a little bit lighter. But I go a step further because I like mine at 22 grains. Or grams. Sorry. But I build a striker to the call I just made. But for me, when I build this at like 22 grams, it runs on everything. I love it. Absolutely love it. I also collect calls too, so these are strikers I did not make. These are from Derek Stuckey from Obsession Custom Calls. This is from I can't remember his name, but it's from Prairie Game Calls. But I collect calls, I collect strikers. I don't even use none of those. I actually use 2 of them. This diamond wood and a Purple Heart from Derek. They're in my turkey vest in the springtime. Different materials. You got hickory, Purple Heart, Ipe, Bloodwood, Frogwood. This is popular, and I'll explain this later. You got acrylic, heavier Ipe. This is actually made by Primos. They call this their key striker. It's like 1/4 inch in diameter. It's real. I don't use this. I just have it. I just wanted to show everything at once. I actually made this zebra pot. It's a glass over slate. This is an Osage dowel rod, and I actually custom turned a zebra wood topper for it. Sounds really good. I love it. Don't build strikers and then try to match a call up to the striker you just built. You're gonna waste. I'm not gonna say waste. You're gonna drive yourself nuts. When you get done building a call, then build a striker to that call. I don't care what it's made out of. You do it to your ear. All right. So when you do strikers, here's acrylic on that same call. See, to me that's not good. It's not the right sound. But I think if you use it the right way, it will still kill a turkey. See, that's soft. You can use that early in the morning, right by the roost. Soft top. Plus this is waterproof. So if you're out there in the rain and you got a glass surface, and you need to yelp because you see a turkey or gobbler out there, that's what you use. I also make another waterproof striker. This thing runs on everything also, wet or dry. Glass, it'll run on slate too. Depends on what you like, man. My suggestion is to go to Brookside. They sell a bunch of these dowel rods. They sell different color striker toppers. They sell these. These come in varieties, walnut, bloodwood, Paduke, Osage. They're all different weights. Go out and buy yourself a scale off of Amazon. I think they're like no more than 15 bucks. Weigh them. Like I said, I get mine close to about 22 grams. Actually, I'm going to do some tinkering. I love to tinker. I'm actually going to drop down weight. I actually want to get down. I want to make a couple of these, actually with my bloodwood. I actually want to get them down to about 18 grams and see what that sounds. In my head, it's going to tell me it's going to be a higher pitch, which it should be. It's lighter. So this striker is popular. I made this for a specific reason. It's not for my regular 3.5 inch calls. See how much longer it is? This is 5/16. This is like 1/4 inch. I'm sure this will run on this, but it's going to be like a dull sound. Stuff is super soft. Janka hardness on this is like 600. Bloodwood is like 2,900. Just to give you a difference. But I made this specific striker for this specific call. It's a key disc that it's in the works. I don't know how to do it, and I'm gonna make a better video of this and post it up, but it's just to do a call, and it's the keys. Google it, YouTube it. Chris Walls on YouTube, look him up. He's got a crap ton of videos of real life turkeys yelping, keying, clucking, gobbling, cutting, everything. I go on his page or his channel, and I find a video of a hen that I kind of like, and I try to build a call to that hen. I save it, I go back to, I watch it like 20-30 times, and I go into the garage and I start turning, and I think I start sinking dimensions in one of these, and I put it together, and I just go at it until I get it. And that's how I build calls. But this is just a key. All it's designed to do. This call is not to cut or do aggressive yelps, even though it will. it sounds pretty decent. I mean, if you had to, instead of swapping calls out, but it's not tuned to a 3.5-inch call. It's a 4-inch pot. That's what it's designed for, and that's what this striker's for. So, alright. So just build a striker to the call that you just made. Next thing I want to get into is conditioning. I use these on every call that I build. I'm not a real big fan of the green stuff. This is actually made for stripping stuff, so it's very aggressive. These are my two favorite. Buy this stuff at Home Depot. I think they come in packs of 2s or 3s for like $2.99. I buy a crap ton of them, because when you buy a call off of me, you get a nice little square, big enough. Some guys just put a little 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. I give you enough. Sometimes I'll punch a hole in it, put a lanyard around it, and you can, if you got carabiners on your turkey vest, you can just clip it right there so you don't lose it. I wear mine as a necklace, so I know exactly where it is at all times. But yeah, when you condition your slate calls, excuse me, just go back and forth a couple times. Get the oil. You don't want the oils from your fingers on there. Get that crap off of there. Striker will slip. I take it one step further. Since I'm a right-handed caller, I like to go first side to side, then I go at an angle. So now I went like this, and then I put an angle on it. And what that does is it helps make that striker grip more. If you're left-handed, do the angle on the opposite side, so you're going against it. Glass calls. I don't sell stones with my calls anymore. I used to. Here's a big bag of them. I stopped doing it. It's tedious work. Sandpaper works just fine. But when I get done making a call, I have these. I have them in a 60 grit, 80 grit, and 120. I break it with a 60. I go back over top of it with an 80. And then I hit it with a 120. I don't sell these, so don't ask me. These are just for personal uses. But I don't go like this. You don't. I try to keep this thing as flat as possible. What will end up happening is you'll put a little concave in that glass, and you'll thin it down, and it'll start sounding weird on you if you keep on digging into it. Once I break that surface, I do that diagonal thing. And I sometimes, not all the time, I like to go back over top of it with my Scotch-Brite. This is how you're tuning a call. Conditioning is some of the sound. If it's not conditioned the proper way, like if you put a 60 grit on this and you strike over top of it, it's going to sound deep, it's going to sound raspy, it's not going to have no high pitch, because there's grooves in it. You got to think of it, it's grooves, peaks, whatever the heck you want. I mean, use your imagination. What I do sell with glass calls is I'll probably put a red or a gray in there with you. This is just a 120 belt sander. I cut it. You get about an inch and a half of sandpaper. And then I also use drywall screen. I use the medium, not the heavy stuff. I use the medium. It don't clog up. It lasts a lot longer. You can buy a whole pack of it for like $5, $6, something like that, $8. And that's how I condition my glass and my crystals. Now on aluminum calls, I don't have one because I don't really build a lot of them. But you can take this, because this is aluminum. I think gray is the finest one. Go over your aluminum with the gray, and then hit it with some rubbing alcohol. You don't have to buy it in the little packs. I'm sure you can find this on Amazon or eBay to keep out with you, because you don't want to carry a big old bottle of alcohol with you. I get it, but if you're at home, buy a big old bottle, get some cotton swabs, clean it off. It works the best. And usually aluminum, once you get it surfaced, all you got to do is just keep on going it with the alcohol swabs, and just to keep the dust and the debris off of it, and it'll stay true to how you first conditioned it. And you can do that on anything: hard coat aluminum, black anodized aluminum, slick aluminum, stoned aluminum. Usually once you get it, even titanium, um, once you get it conditioned the way you want, just go over top those surfaces with aluminum. Keep them clean. I mean, that's the name of the game. The other thing I do for gluing up, I use E6000. If you actually go on their website, Goop was popular a long time ago, but Goop was bought out by E6000. So if you buy Goop, you're buying E6000. It is what it is. I've tried Goop, didn't care for it. That's what I use, E6000. The other thing I do is, and I'll take it out, but I use syringes. That's how I get clean lines. Hardly any spillage over the side. It takes practice. It takes a lot of practice. I have two different types of these, just because I didn't know what I was doing or ordering. But these are called Lorolock. 14 gauge. 14 gauge Lorolock. They're green ones. Find them on Amazon. Buy, I think the pack of 100. Yep, 100 pieces, $7.99. I think these are 1 mils. The actual syringe. Pop it out. I fill my glue when I'm actually doing the outer surface. I fill my glue all the way up to about a 1/2 inch left, and I shove that thing back in there, and it's enough glue, trust me. I fill it up to about a 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch full, because it's going to come in from the rear end all the way up to here, and it's enough glue to put down. I actually, when I put it down, I actually take the tip of this, I put it up against the rim on the inside, I tilt it, and I just squeeze, and I keep a constant bead going around. I actually pretend I'm welding, and I kind of do. If you actually see a really good welder weld, he rolls, it's called stacking nickels. It looks like, if you know a good welder, it'll look like a stack of nickels when he's getting done welding metal together. So I do it kind of like I'm welding, and I'm not a welder. But I lay beads down, and it's a solid bead completely around. I don't space them. I glue the damn thing down. The soundboard, I use a lot of glue on my soundboards. Sometimes I don't even use a syringe. I just use it straight out of the container and put it on there. I just kind of know how much I need to put on there. I spread it out with my fingers. I get all the excess off out of around the sound, or the sound pedestal. But that's basically how I do it. Get you a scale, weigh your strikers. Like I said, play around with weights. I buy the heavy striker head, and I buy the Slimline from Brookside, and I pre-made these, put them on my little pegboard, and when I get done with a call, I start running through them. When one catches my ear, that's what I make. These don't ever leave my house. I actually make a striker. I know how much it weighs, and then when somebody purchases a call off of me, it gets shipped with that striker, whatever it may be. So whatever I like, or I can play the call for the customer. I send them a sound clip, and some guys that have been turkey hunting for a long time, sometimes they have a specific striker that they actually want. So you kind of build a striker to that, and then you just go from there. And then, but I would say 99% of the time, the guy buying your call is going to trust your instincts and your ability, because he's buying your sound. Remember, this is your sound, not my sound. Yeah, I might like your call, you might like my call, you may not like my call. My calls might sound like crap to you. That's perfectly fine. It is what it is. I just say have fun doing this, man. Or men, women, whoever's doing this, watching my videos. I can't thank you guys enough. for subscribing. Share my videos if you're on social media. I'm not on social media. I'm getting more subscribers. I'll make more videos if you want me to. Just give me a shout out, either in the comments and stuff like that. And like I said, if I know, I'll tell you guys to a point, teach you as best as I possibly can. I don't know. I love tinkering. I love having fun doing this, so it's cool. But I'll post this video. It's 20 minutes long. I'm gonna get off here. You guys have a safe day, safe week, safe year, whatever. It's Memorial Day 2022. Went to a bunch of cookouts, so thanks for the people that have served, that are serving. I have a nephew graduating this year from high school, and he is going into the Air Force, so I'm pretty proud of him. He kind of got his mind set up. He wants to be air traffic controller. He wants to go to the Air Force and learn how to do it. Hats off to him. Alright, I'll catch you guys on the next video. I got sound clips of these calls that I'll post up here in the next couple days. I can't remember if I posted this one yet. If I haven't, I'll check on my YouTube channel. If I haven't, I got a video already made of it, and I'll post that Zebrawood also. Peace out, guys.